Hey everybody, it's Steve with Sky194, and I appreciate you taking the time to visit and check out my video. And we're here at Brands Hatch in ACC in the US competition server, and we got a pretty good loaded field here. Excuse my sinuses, and the pollen and everything outside is today been messing me up, so excuse my sinuses. Got Black Eye right here in front of me. I qualified about in the middle of the field. Got Miguel up there on pole. He's flying, of course. Antonio right next to him in the Bentley. Got Sawyer up there. So we got a lot of good guys in here. Got LF is in here. So see what I can do. I'm not really great pace here in the BMW, so we'll have to see if I can see what I can do with it. Trying to get out of here with a decent finish. So that's what I want anyway. We'll see what we can do. Try to stay out of trouble. We got a pit stop, so that'll help a little bit as far as you know, if we can get a good pit stop, especially here because it's kind of tricky getting in. So definitely need to try to nail that.
Green light, give it all you got. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
What the heck was that? I don't know what happened. Like Antonio lost it, but I don't know. I mean, I'm just guessing, so I could be totally off. Sawyer in front of me. I was lucky to get through that. It's 4 times multiplier too, time-wise, so that makes it kind of tough because probably gonna have to watch in the pit stop. I might have to increase the tire pressure. It's hot too, so that's pretty hot.
Yellow flag in sector 3. Well done, mate. That's all best.
Tires look okay, so that's good. Dang it. Decent lap going, so I blew it. Black guy's back up to 5th. Hopefully he doesn't have too much damage. Front's getting hot, real hot. He's up to 4th now. opened up the brake ducts some too. Still. Still running hot.
Well done, mate. This has been your personal best.
Dang it, all are all good except for that left front. Boy, Brands Hatch just seems like it's gotten so slick around here anymore compared to what it used to be. Burn up tires in no time. Try to keep, man, Sawyer's flying. Great pace. See if I can just keep a decent, consistent pace. bad. It just doesn't have good pace. Catching me up behind me. Black guy's catching him up. He's catching me up, so they're both catching me. And no grip in the front.
The pit is now open. Exiting the pits, watch out.
Keep pushing. raise the rear. Fronts are fine.
There's a car leaving the pit lane, watch out. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Man. Coming to the pits. Taking a chance with the tire pressure, so I don't know. Yep, just taking a chance. Black guy will probably be way ahead of me because I got held up, and plus he was, out there with fresher tires, so. Oh, what was that? That's okay.
Mandatory stop is now clear. Come on, go, go. We are at the halfway mark, still a long way to go.
Miguel's fault is all the way back up. Good job, Miguel. Crawling all over me.
There's a car exiting pit lane. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
That was crazy. That was close.
on sector 1. The window is now closed. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I have Buckeye's back behind me again.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Dang it.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
Trying to stick with them. Oh, shoot. That was bad. Too deep. Got a crowd back there.
right to the car in front in sector 3. Car on the left.
Ran wide.
Clear on the left.
Fast.
Yellow flag in sector 1. Slow car ahead.
Dang it.
Warning for exceeding track limits.
Dang, I didn't think it was that bad, but okay. Tough race, man. Dang, Antonio's caught back
Losing
up.
to the car ahead in sector 1.
such a good run through there, man. Uh-oh. Flapper up here.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Find more pace with this BMW.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Whoa!
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
He's lost it. He went off in the grass. Tires actually were pretty good as far as pressures. You can work a little bit more on the setup though, it just doesn't have the pace. I like these new liveries of the BMW. You got a couple new liveries in the update. They look really good. I'm driving the Rogue Racing Oil livery. Oh, Miguel Gallo get back up to second. Wow. Great drive. Daniel's doing really good too.
Losing to the car ahead in sector 1.
Whoa! That was Antonio. Laps. That guy's catching me again. That's too deep. Sawyer did a great job. Great pace and job by him. All right.
Race is over. Good job. And as you could take it easy in the 8th lap.
Man, wore me out. Antonio had the fast lap. Yeah, that was great. Great. Put great win and pace to Sawyer. Yeah, I mean, he just, he ran a good pace, I mean, can't do none, he was just consistent and just knocking them out. But he said, Miguel said he was his fault probably, so. Yeah, I know, me either. I was expecting to be P2, so he did a great job with the Ferrari. Let's see what happened at the start. So Miguel just lost it or something. We might have to go to a different camera angle. I don't think it's going to see it. Oh, maybe. Yep. Yeah, he did. Miguel lost it and hit Antonio, and it was just everybody was banging around from there. So you see how far Black Eye was back there. He was way back there, so he really worked his way through the field and come back up. So he did a great job. So just awesome drives. I don't know, maybe a C, average at best. It just didn't drive the best. I'll take, I need to take the blame, and the car was okay, but I think it needs to be improved some more. Just didn't have the right balance and pace. So I'm going to see if I can do a little bit more work on it and see if I can find any more pace in it. So we'll see what we can find, go over the data, and see what we can do. Alrighty. Well, it's the next day, and I'm glad I got a good night's sleep and started over as far as going back over to setup and seeing what was good and what was bad. So I hope you stayed this long. I made a pretty good amount of adjustments, really changed the whole balance of the car. Just changed everything, really mostly everything anyway. But it's a lot better. The car's up to pace now where it needs to be, where I should have had it at the race. But just kind of went a different direction, and also it just feels better, has more speed. It's really just a notch up on every category. So let's go ahead and make a lap. And I did test this just like I did before on the other car, I think on the Porsche. I tested it with race fuel load, and then kind of like simulating a pit stop. I put it at like half the fuel load, and then went out and did it that way also, but did it in the way so that the ride height changes. So like I showed you in the other setup, which I'll show you again when I go over the setup here too. So that way it gives an accurate balance of the car, because obviously every car is different. But this car just raised, this car is mostly a little bit in the rear more than the front, but that's okay. So go ahead and make a lap. I did like a 15-minute stint with, or a little over, with the race fuel load, and then I went ahead and just did like about 4 laps or so with after doing the simulating the pit stop. And this is with the lighter. You see, I only got 32 liters, so this is a few laps into the other one. You see now my fast lap is a 124.33. That is way faster than I was in the race. So I don't even know if I got in the 24s. If I did, it was really high 24s. So again, it's way faster than it was in the race. A lot more good speed down here now. Goes through here really good. You can get on the gas really early there if you hit that right, which is really key to having a good lap. But see, I messed that up. I went off the track, and it kind of that cost me a little bit there. Just messed up that last little turn, which it still ran a 124.35. So only a couple hundreds off the fast lap, even though I went off there. So I definitely would have been even faster if I would have had a smoother couple turns right through there. So I'm really happy with that. So let's go over the timetables. And you can see I did, like I said, I did even in the last lap here, I did my fastest sector. And so if I would have had that there, you're looking at a low 24. I would have been in the teens. That's almost 2/10. So that would have been in a 2014 something. So again, these I did, and you can see the first lap, hot lap, 24.5, 24.3, 24.3, 24.4. So a lot more right there where I want it to be as far as more consistent. I'm sure, and of course here at Brands Hatch, it's going to drop off, but I'd rather have more of a gradual drop off. And let me go off of, this is when I did the longer stint, or the 15-minute stint with that race fuel load. And you can see my fastest lap was a 24.64. I had a 69, a 64, 87, and then I started slowing down a little bit. A couple of those were my mistakes, and I do try different things. I'm trying some different brake bias. I'm trying some different, maybe a different line here or there. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So sometimes the inconsistency is because of that. Then you can see I dropped back down to a 25.0 and a 25.2. But so I made some adjustments after this, some small little tweaks to try to help it out, and I think it really helped. And so that's when it started running even better. So again, but still, even this, 24.60s is way faster than what I was running in the race at any time, even after I had the pit stop. So again, I think it's some huge increase, or huge performance increase. And a lot of times in the race, I notice what's, where I'm weak, where I'm not doing good. And really the middle of the corner off, I was just terrible. And that's where everybody was getting me. They were getting me the middle of the corner off so they could get the drive, and then they could get up next side of me, and then we just sit there. They couldn't, they weren't going by me, but they would get the drive through the middle off, and that's where the car was not, the car myself was not doing good. And, I take some of the blame for that. Some of it's me, obviously just being, probably really tired from work and everything else. But also some of it's the car, just not having it set up where it needs to be optimized. So let's go over the setup. And now it's a lot better. Got 23.7 left front, 25 left rear, 25.8 right front, and 26.4 right rear. The toe is a negative 0.04, with the camber at negative 3.5 on the left front, negative 3.3 on the right front, and a caster at 9.1. The toe on the rear is 0.05, with the camber at negative 2.9 on the left rear, negative 2.8 on the right rear. So let's go over this page. this page here, I ran more negative camber in the race, a few clicks more, and when I was doing my trying to find some time or performance, as soon as I knocked some of this negative camber down, it picked up a tenth or two right away. So it really makes a big difference. I really would not run any more negative camber because that's what I had in the race, and it did not help it at all. So, and also that's also with the rear also. So both. I ran more negative camber in the rear also in the race, and it again when I knocked some of this down, it instantly helped. So that's some of it. Let's go on to the electronics. Of course, that's the same 3, 3, and 1. First fuel, I had 82 liters, number 1 brake pad. Mechanical, I had 3 on the anti-roll bar, 53 on the brake bias, steering's all the way down. Springs are 150,000 on the front with a 450 bump stop rate and a 10 bump stop range. And the springs in the rear are 135,000 with a 350 bump stop rate and a 32 bump stop range. Anti-roll bar is 5, and the preload on the diff is 90. Here, everything's been changed. Anti-roll bar, I took some of it out, trying to get the car to go over the bumps better, and also just get the car to front end to turn, to grip, and things like that, and not just burn the tires off. So I think that helped a little bit with that. Brake bias, I ran more brake bias in the race. I took some of that out because you'll see why, but because the balance of the car, I don't need it, and it was just making the rear of the car too unhappy. So, and of course, the springs are a little different, a little bit different rates with the springs. I also loosened up the bump stop range because another thing I learned is going, especially the back part of the track where you're going over kind of a little bit of the grass and things like that. If you hit it too hard, even though you go right through it, it slows the car down. You lose time. So that's why I wanted to basically loosen the bump stop ranges up and the sway bars, so if you do go over or through the grass a little bit, you don't lose time. So the car just goes over it and soaks up the bumps and things and just keeps going. So that's another thing I changed dramatically was the bump stop ranges, especially the ranges. I loosened them up a lot. Anti-roll bar I actually have more anti-roll bar in the rear than I had in the race to get the car to rotate. And some of the the hairpin where I was always I'm always weak there, so I try to get there to loosen up, so to basically rotate faster through there and down the bottom of the hill. And the preload on the diff, this you can go 80 or 90. I like it either way. I tried both, but 90 is just a little bit better because again I'm trying to get the middle of the corner off. I'm really wanting the car to just go. I need it to not think about it. It needs to go. So that's where I was losing a lot of my time to everyone. So basically I increased the diff, with the preload, with the anti-roll bar. I also increased the diff to get the car to try to drive off the middle of the corner off better. So I think it's a lot better. Shocks on the front are 10, 3, 28, and 6. And on the rear, they're 6, 2, 16, and 7. And, of course, I've been over with Motec multiple times, changing it. Also, especially as you're changing the balance and the spring rates, I have to go over the Motec just to make sure that it's okay. Aero, this has definitely been changed a lot from the race, completely different. I got at 50 in the front, which is all the way down, 56 in the rear with a 5 wing and a 4 and a 3 in the brake ducts. And the front aero variation is a 3.4 to the positive. Now, I had it at 51 and 58 here, and I think I had a 7 rear wing here in the race. So, again, that caused some of the understeer issues and where I couldn't get on the gas earlier because the car would be middle of the corner. It just wouldn't be rotating fast enough. And so basically that was killing me through there. And of course I tried to make up for it with brake bias, but it doesn't help coming off the corner. That's just going into the corner. So again, that's why I kind of reevaluated everything, put the front end all the way down to get his maximum grip on the front. And of course now what I did, of course, with this, like I'll show you what I did here with just like I did with the other, I think with the Porsche, I think it was, is I put this at 40 40 liters to simulate a pit stop. So again, as you see, the front didn't change at all, but it went up in the rear 1. So again, it does not a big difference. So the BMW stays pretty close to the same, which is really good. You don't get any drastic change. But I just I do that just to simulate a pit stop and also to see how, if it'll upset the car or not, and things like that. And of course, obviously, when you go all the way down, so let's say you run all the way down near the bottom of the fuel. See, now it's come up 1. So you're at 51, and this is at 58. So this has come up 2. That's come up 1. So nothing bad. You see the front end variation is still the same. So that's good. So, I mean, everything that shows the balance as it stays the same as the fuel comes off. So that's the one reason the BMW, should be, strong really all the way through its stint, is you can tune the car, and basically the balance of the car is very close to what it was with heavy fuel load or light fuel load. So that's always a very good positive for the car. So again, but I go through that just to make sure and just to see how it reacts and things like that. But yeah, definitely huge improvement over what I had in the race. So hopefully y'all try it out, and hopefully it'll work good for you and you can benefit from it. And I sure hope you give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Again, I try to have always am trying to improve on setups. I'm never happy with them. Always trying to make them better, driver friendly and performance. And of course, all my setups are free. And I have a link to all my setups will be in the description, to this setup. But all my other setups are in the playlist and in my videos. And there's always a link in the description. So again, always look for the newest one. This course is the 8. Always would be the 8 Sky 8 point whatever, because those are the newer ones from the post 1.8 update from Kunos. So again, I sure hope that any comment or feedback are always appreciated. I love talking to all my sim racing friends, and I sure hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you come back and visit again really soon. Y'all take care. See ya.